One thing I'd really like to stress with this Herbiboar guide is how dependent the results are going to be depending on your stats. I started with 80 hunter and made it to 85. So your higher your hunter level, the more XP per hour you're going to get. And then with your herblore, the higher your herblore level, the better the herbs are going to be at the end. And then with agility, the higher your agility, the less potions you're going to use. So keep that all in mind. And then as far as the actual guide, the inventory setup, you're going to want either 4 or 5 empty slots. I use regular energy potions because there's not really too many other uses for these stupid little things. So I think they work out great because by the time you use all these potions, your inventory is probably going to be filled as well with the extra guams that you get at this level. So I really recommend, just using all these energy potions that you probably have banked up. As far as how many you'll use in an hour, with regular energy potions, you use about 1 per kill count. And since you can do about 51 herbivores per hour, you're going to use about 51 per hour. So as far as the rest of the inventory, you're definitely going to want a herb sack. This super helps here so you don't have to run to the bank all the time. Full Graceful as well really helps. And then these magic secateurs are going to give you an extra chance at a herb each time, which is really nice. And then whatever explorer rings you have, because it'll give you that energy recharge, which is really useful. And then just keep a Digsite pendant on as well. And then as far as what the results I got, remember keep in mind that it all has to do with your stats, but I got 51 per hour, so that's 115. Now if I went try hard, I could have probably got an extra 20k experience an hour, so you might be able to do 55 an hour or so probably if you go hard, but this is what it averaged out to be, so that's what worked for me. And then I got 0.09 fossils per kill count as well. You get these small, medium, and large fossils by doing this as well. So that might vary. This was just a small sample size of about 860. So you can check your kill count here. So I did 853. And then you also get these numulites, which will be useful if you ever get the visage drop here later. You can charge them up. Very inexpensive though. And then, yes, like I said, energy potions, I use about 1 per kill count. And I got about 2.8 herbs. And this is probably what you're interested in, what I actually got as far as herbs go. You get a guam pretty much every time. And then, let's see, ranarrs are going to be about 10 an hour. So it's pretty low on the herbs. But, I mean, what's your alternative to this? Red chins, I guess. And then here's kind of the fossils. And then I kind of did a quick calculation about how long it'd take to get to 9,900 if you stay here. It's quite a grind. It's 90 hours, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't want the red chins for range experience, these herbs are nice and the XP is pretty fast. So I really recommend doing it. All right, let me see if I can do any tips for you that'll help out speed up the process too for you. So to actually start the herbivore tracking, you have to start the trail at any of these hunter training icons. And what you do is you just inspect the rock or something next to it, and then it'll identify a path. And then there's always 2 things that you can inspect, and you'll learn them after doing them for a while. So I can inspect this mushroom, or I can inspect this muddy patch. There's a chance when I inspect this that it won't actually pop up the trailer like that. It says nothing seems to be out of place. So now I know that I can inspect the muddy patch, and then the trail is going to come up. So when I did all this herbivore tracking, I never moved my camera. I just kept it north the whole time. And then you learn like the shortcuts. So right here, this is a very popular trail, and it looks like it's going southeast here, but this is one of the best shortcuts. You actually run northeast, because what it's going to do, it's going to go down and then it's going to loop back around. So just keep this trail in mind. That's probably one of the biggest time savers, honestly. And then this also leads up to the bank. So usually when I get down to about 5 potions left, whenever I have a trail that leads me up to this area, I'll go ahead and bank. Basically, you just take the travel boat here and you row out to sea. Sometimes that thing attacks you, so that can be annoying. And then what you do is you bank here. Like I said, you'll probably be low on energy potions, so you withdraw all and then deposit 5. And then make sure to empty your herb sack too. That's a thing I kind of forgot quite a few times. One of the popular tracks leads you to this area, and my biggest tip here is to click this mushroom over here on the left first always, because this guy right here, if you pick him, you know, he'll attack you, and it's just annoying because the animations are so slow and then you can't move. So I always recommend starting with this left mushroom, and if that's not it, you know, clicking the one to the right. And then once you know your trail is going to end, for instance, I know this one's going to end here, I like to click past the icon here, because what will happen is usually you come from close, and then when you actually right click to attack, it almost always sends the guy out past the tunnel. So this gives you a couple little spaces. Right here it probably wasn't the biggest advantage, but most of the time it'll give you a little bit more advantage if you run past the icon and then click. You'll be in a better position to start the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have a comment, leave it below, especially if you're maybe higher level and you know what the rates are once you get up there, or if you have a more efficient way of doing any of this. You know, any of that stuff's really helpful. If you want to subscribe, you can. I'll have more guides and useful tips like this in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one.